show us. Okay. But for let's start with the economic calendar. Unemployment claims at 2:30 today. Okay, unemployment claims at 2:30 today. This guy brings in a lot of momentum into the market, at least, even if it's not as high as the CPI and CPI and the NFP. This one does something. So it brings in some volatility into the market when that data is released. So we expect something to happen on the USD charts at 2:30 p.m. So let's be vigilant. Okay. All right. So let's see. Should we start with gold today? Let's start with gold. Gold has done something. Gold has done something. Let me clear the screen and analyze it from top so that you see why we are doing what we are doing. Now, gold has, yes, we are very, very bullish on gold, but if you follow what we do here, you should be able to tell why for now we are not looking for buys. From what you are seeing on my screen, you should be able to tell why for now we are not looking for buys on gold. Is that okay? Before gold wants to buy again, it has to give us something very serious. That's why we are looking for a sell. So number one thing on the weekly, okay, it's even on the monthly. Can you imagine? On the monthly, what are we doing? We are sweeping this high, right? On the weekly, what are we doing? Weekly is also sweeping what's this high for a sell. Can you see? So you see, we should look for at least these regions, these lower regions, even if we don't get here. At least price should trade till these lower regions. If I plot my fib, let me see. That's there. We should be looking at least price dropping into this 60% area. All right. So let's take that off. Now let's go to the daily time frame. What's on the daily time frame? Yesterday did something. And then before yesterday's behavior, there was also something here. Are you seeing that showed that we might sell? Are you seeing? This was a sweep and break situation.
Mm.
We're supposed to buy, then price came back. So this place becomes an area to look for sales. Can you see that? So that's about two or three things that are pointed towards sales on gold. Another one is this. Yesterday came to sweep Tuesday's high, looking at targeting where Tuesday's low, at least for this should be our TP1. So are you seeing that monthly is sweeping, weekly is sweeping, daily is sweeping, and I also tapped into this other block here that has liquidity. And then, of course, we now had what happened yesterday. So you see that there are so many information that for now is pointing at sales. Now, I was trying to buy from here. I was trying to buy from here, but I have to close my position first because the market is looking very, very bearish. You remember yesterday I was trying to look for a buy here. So, but I cannot trade that buy yet for now. Okay. Something happened yesterday, or is it today? Yes. See this, we had what? A 4 hours expansion. Can you see? We had this 4 hour expansion. Good. So what is our view now for gold? We're looking at gold trading into these guys and then we sell. So we gave two calls. Where's my 33 hours? Yeah. We gave two calls today. You gave a call on the four, if I'm not mistaken, that was the 4190 and the 4200 for a sell. We gave calls on these two areas for a sell. So this is what the 4200 area looks like. Can you see this area on the 3 hours time frame? See how fine this zone is. Now the 4190 zone has already triggered. If you're on the trade, yeah, it's already triggered. There's another one here for 4200. That's 4200. Can you see? Now we have what this area that price printed a support. And then price went ahead to do what? To break that area, leaving behind imbalance in the market. So this guy can turn around now to be our inducement. Is that okay? So we have a sell currently running, and then we also have another one that is here. Is a possible follow-up for that sell. And of course, the stop loss for the two trades that we called is here, this above this zone. Is that okay? So that's what we're looking at for gold, and then we are targeting this guy. This guy is our TP1. This is our TP1 for about 2 hours. And then, of course, we have lower areas to target, like all of these zones. Let me go back to the 4 hours. Like all of these zones, there's still tendency for gold to even sell up to this place. This guy is looking like trendline liquidity that is being built at this zone. Okay. So there's still a tendency for gold to drop to this guy. But for now, let's keep it here first. So this is gold. This is what we're looking at for gold. This is what we're looking at for gold. Okay. So expansion, and then we had this kind of support zone that the key level, a price broke, has led behind a imbalance. Okay. And then we have another block if you want to use the other block. So this is our view for gold. I'm not going to call the trade again. The trades have already been called. The trades have already been called on the group. So it's either you're already on the sell or you want to enter from before 200 zone. The two entries are very, very valid because we call the 200 because price can just stay somewhere like this and start dropping, or it can go up inside this guy and drop. So both entries are very, very valid. So for now, that's what we are looking at for gold. That's the sell for gold. Let me check something. Give me a second. Daily for as expansion. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. I think we are good. That 4 hours expansion is what is making us to focus on this zone. If we did not expand here, maybe my focus would have been on this. You see, we have something like this. So we have focused on maybe this sweep area. But the fact that we did a fresh expansion here, we work with the most recent areas, right? So this is what we are now looking at with our stop loss above this guy. So that's that for gold. That's that for gold. So please, please, please trade responsibly. I don't know if we know how to gauge our risk on MT5. I think maybe I'll just do a video, and post it on all the groups so that we don't miss it. There's a way to know, the amount you are trading with so that you know if you are okay with that risk or not. Else you stay away. We always preach proper risk management here, please. If you are not okay with putting on a risk on a trade, or if you know that risk is going to affect you psychologically, you wait for the next trade, please. All right. So that's that for gold. But I know we have some very high level risk takers in this group. They know they use IC signal, but they don't already hit them. I like that's the spirit also. That's the sign of a good trader, like Mr. Jerry said the other time. All right. So that's that for gold. Very quick analysis for gold. So let's check something else. Let's check that BTC. Let's check that BTC that was brought to our attention yesterday. Let's check that BTC. I took this trade though. I took this BTC. It was a very nice call. Okay. So let's see how the BTC happened. Now, we're buying for a very long time. Since we touched this our line here, we started buying, came back again to a discounted price. We did a new push. We did a new push to the upside. So this was the initial break of structure that we had there. So price was supposed to just look for an expansion and trade. So we had the first, okay, no, this was the one, this was our expansion. So yesterday, I talked about this zone. I said, with price coming back, sorry, with price printing this expansion, and of course, this expansion, there's every tendency that price is going to come back to pick up from there. And that's exactly what it did yesterday. So how did I enter this trade again? Let me see. Okay, my entry was a little bit late. I was supposed to just enter from this line straight, but I came and saw it when price already did a push. So I entered around, where's the buy? Around somewhere like this. But this was how the trade was supposed to be. SL below the 4 hours expansion area. So this was the trade. This was the trade from yesterday. You can target 2 hour, 3 hour, that's up to you. So you see that if you followed what we did yesterday, you should be on profits by now. So I don't know if Ken did that called it to our attention. I don't know if he took the trade. So the buy is going well. So let me see. What do we notice? Let me check the daily first to ensure that we are not invalidated. Okay, we are not invalidated yet, but something that I'm seeing there, but it's okay. So there's a new expansion. There's a new expansion. This guy here. There's a new expansion that is cooking, even though it's not very clear because of lack of imbalance. But Bitcoin should resume the buys. Bitcoin should resume the buys. Okay. So maybe what you do is wait for a 1 hour or a 45 minutes alignment in this case. It's not clear. I've just said buy from there. It's not clear. So wait for an alignment like this. Let's get an alignment. We'll get an alignment like this. You can now do what? You can now trade. All right. So that's what we have for BTC. So I believe we're still going to be I believe we're still going to be bullish. Okay. I believe we're still going to be bullish on Bitcoin. All right. And of course, if anything is going to happen, if you're going to sell them, you have to start breaking all of this structure impulsively before we start selling. But for now, the buyers are still in control. So we are going to hang in to our position. Okay. So that's that for Bitcoin, nothing serious. That's the direction I just decided to stop by and give us before we continue. So let me do EU. EU did something I was looking for yesterday by closing. Where are you running to now? Where are you running
Check,
to
be
now?
sure the hot plate is not on.
Somebody saying something.
Oh no, sorry.
Okay. All right. Let me just mute from this angle. All right. So yeah, Euro USD did something yesterday that I liked. I've been waiting for Euro USD to give me an alignment. Since monthly was giving me that sweep of the low, I was waiting for, break of structure to the upside so that I can confirm that my buy that I want to buy. So yesterday, the daily time frame closed very well. See, creating that break of structure. So what am I trying to look out for now? Let me check the H4 for a continuation. So the H4, I'm supposed to look for a buy around this area, but this was the most recent expansion on the H4. Can you see? I'm supposed to look for a buy around there, but price is trying to do another expansion, but it has not yet finished. You still have an hour for this one to finish. If this one finishes, then maybe we can look for a continuation here. Is that okay? If this one remains and breaks structure, stays like this, then we can go to, let me see H1. There's a lot of imbalance here, a lot of imbalance here. Okay, I can look for an entry around there. Maybe when price drops, because I have somewhere here, I'll look for maybe 30 minutes to give me something here for a buy. Else, if this thing was happening on this my line, I would just take the buy straight. But because I have 2 points of interest now, I need to be very smart with the way I approach it so that I don't get whipped out. Okay? Because this guy now may simply be a liquidity builder for this my initial area. I don't know if you understand. This move here may be a liquidity builder for this area. But everything is going to confirm if I close, or not if the price close like this in the next 1 hour 33 minutes. If we can close bullish like this, then there is every tendency for price to trade from here again. All right. But if we come and close like this, something like this, then that means this guy is definitely liquidity. Our price wants to use it and buy. Okay. So we are bullish. We are very, very, very bullish on Euro USD. So we have the first expansion, which is this one. That's this break of structure here. And then currently we are trying to build up another one here. Okay. So what happens here will determine our next move. If it closes like this, there's every tendency to do this. But if it does not close with a body like the way I want, that means it's possibly here. That price wants to use this guy as inducement, tap into this guy, and then fire up. Okay. So that's my lookout for Euro USD. This buy is just coming here. We are going to buy Euro USD and GU. We are going to really buy long term. Euro USD and GU are going to buy long term. So we are very, very bullish on the two currencies. Okay. Let me just look at GU for see GU has been buying. GU has been buying, buying, buying. Can you see this? So yesterday I said I wanted a break above here. Price has done that, but you see it's very, very far. Now remember that we had this zone that was supposed to, where you're supposed to use this zone to sell. You also use this zone to sell. But what has price done? Price has come back to disregard that zone. So this line that we're supposed to use to sell before, this area that we're supposed to use to sell before, this area, we'll now use it to do what? We'll now use it to buy. Okay, this is a flip. We can call it a flip zone. An area that I wanted to use to sell, right? Price now goes to take that area. So there's every tendency for price to come back to trade from there. So that's why I'm also going to be looking for, because there's every gold. I don't know if GU will want to come down here, but any recent expansion, it might use it to continue since it's very, very volatile. It's very bullish right now. The bullish intent is coming in very, very strong. So these things may just do slight retracements, continue, slight retracements, continue. So that your major buy you're looking for somewhere here, price may not come here anytime soon, but it's just using the most recent ones to buy. Okay. So the situation now is here, and the same thing is also doing the same thing for like it did for EU by trying to create a new expansion here. So we are going to know in 1 hour what the next line of action is. But for now, I've given you a place to position for GU, which is this line, and also what is happening here when that one finish for me. Okay, so that's that for me on Euro USD and GBP USD. Someone is looking at Euro GBP. I'm looking at Euro GBP too. I'm looking at Euro GBP too. It has done something. It has done something. It has done something. Let's look at it from the higher perspective. Now, what do you see here? As at the time, this was the most recent expansion. Can you see? And also this one. So yeah, what's it called? Euro GBP was just trying to retrace back into those areas. And it has done that. Now let me see the monthly time frame. Now the monthly time frame was doing this, was sweeping. After sweeping the high to come down, why didn't it give us a weekly expansion? It did not give us any expansion. I don't know if you can see. It just started, like, after expanding, it just did this. Normally it should have done something like this. All right, or it gives us a fully bearish engulfing candle. But none of those two these things came about. So what I can now see is that Euro GBP has traded into an area of interest of mine. Can you see that? This was where the last buy happened. So on the daily now, we are looking at price buying from here. Okay. On the day I'm looking at price buying from here. Why? Because we have traded. See, this was the key level 1, 2, 3, 4, and then price now broke it. See the impulsive candle that price used to break that area. So what you are going to do, you're not just going to come and place straight here. No, you're not come and place a buy straight from here. No. H4 now is very, very, very key. I want H4 to give us a proper expansion, right? A proper expansion. No expansion, no entry. He's trying to do fully bullish engulfing. Let me see one now. No fair value, nothing. It's not clean. So I want it to give me a convincing expansion here. If it does, I'm going to buy. If it doesn't do that, I'm going to stay here. Okay? I need a convincing expansion. This guy now is serving as my liquidity. So that's my view for Euro GBP. That is my view for Euro GBP. We have tapped into a key level, and then we just need a what do you call it? A alignment of direction here from the H4. When we get that at this zone, best believe that we are going to buy long term. Okay, so that is that for Euro GBP. What's happening for AUD/CHF? Let me check. What's happening for AUD/CHF? Okay, so this zone was a zone I marked out yesterday. I also shared it to the people in the boot camp. You can see how we swept here. No, it was daily was sweeping. Yes. See, we had a daily, let me clear this area. We had a daily sweep of the low. We are very bullish. So when we are very bullish and then we come and see a daily low, the previous day low sweep is a very good indication that we're going to buy that day. Or if you are very bearish and then you see previous day's high sweep, price is just trying to say, okay, this is a way to continue the move. Just join from here. So H4 expanded here. You can see this engulfing candle. See this one and this one. Hello, can you hear me, please?
Okay, we can hear you now. You actually caught up.
Okay. So we have this engulfing. So the view was that price should just come. I think we used the Fibonacci. I think I analyzed it yesterday. I don't know if I did it here. The fib was from here to the high. So price was to come to the lower price and then buy. So this was how the trade went. So let's mark out this low as a kind of support. You see that when price tapped this area, okay, what did it do? A new expansion. So your job as a trader is to just join in. There was a fair value gap here, and this was supposed to just be your entry. Okay, so you see that we got the direction right from here, and we now got what? We now got a confirmation entry at this point. Okay, so in case you see these kind of situations on your own, you are able to capitalize on it. All right, so that's how this buy came about yesterday on AUDCHF. If you're on the bootcamp, check the screenshot that I sent on Trade Outlook. You are going to know what happened, or you're going to see that this played out perfectly. So we are still going to this place. I've still been saying that we are still going to this high on AUDCHF. We are still going to go high. So let me see. Where did we start this move from? I think it was from the monthly, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. See, this was a monthly low sweep here. So we should come for the monthly high. All right. That's why we have been buying ever since. So let's see, how can we join in today? What's happening? How can we get a trade, from today? Let me see H4. Also, let me clear this one since this move has finished. H4. Now, what's the recent expansion I'm seeing here? I don't know if price will want to trade down all the way to that guy. There's something happening here. There's an area there. So what we are just expecting is that this whole area here, this whole area like this, I want price to trade down into it. Okay? I just want price to trade down. I would have marked out this guy, but the daily candle has not finished forming yet. So I cannot count this as an expansion since I'm on the daily time frame. But if I go to the H4, you see that this is an expansion on the H4. So basically, what I'm waiting for on AUDCHF is that price should trade into these areas, everything that's happening at this area, and then we can have an alignment here. Since it's H4, maybe H1 M45 can give you alignment like what happened here, right? Is it there or here? Okay, it's here. So like what happened here for that alignment, like I showed you, you can wait for that same thing to happen here, then you can buy. This our drawn liquidity. I don't like to be very, but this is it's should I say it's imminent. This drawn liquidity is imminent. That price should trade till this point. It's not prophecy. Price can do anything, or price can decide, okay, I want to start selling from there. But we are very, very confident in what we do here. So we believe that price is going to trade here. I'm sure we have seen it happen over and over and over again, that when we call directions, price doesn't stop until it gets to that place. So that's what I'm calling again, that when we come here, we can look for an alignment here, and then we trade up till draw on liquidity. Okay, so that's that. Is there any currency we are looking at? You can just quickly drop it. CAD JPY is doing something. I hope you were able to secure some profit on CAD JPY. Okay, there's this buy that's looking at happening again. There's this buy that's looking at happening again at this point. So what happened here is that we had a good buy at this zone. We had a good buy at this zone. It started going. So this base here, upon mitigation of this guy here, we had what? We had a new expansion. Okay, so our first buy was here, and then we were able to catch something till this point. Now, price is coming back here. Price is coming back for this expansion area that happened here. So this base, this long position you are seeing is from this base with the SL below here. Okay, so what will happen is how do we approach it today? Price can possibly, because this candle of yesterday was like an inducement. You see, it did not take the high, it did not take the low, it just stopped in the middle. So it's like an inducement for price to use to continue upward. So how can you enter this CAD JPY? Because I don't think the buy is done. I mean, for now it's not done. So what you wait for is let the H4 give you something like this. Maybe come and take this high, because this is the last high that price can come for. Can you see? This is the last high. So if we get this like this, then we should continue with the buy from here. All right. So you can leave the trade. You can forget about the idea if this low gets this invalidated. But for now, I'm looking at price still doing something like this, and then I can join in from here. But this low was looking very good for a continuation of that buy. I don't know. I don't think that buy is done yet. See the overall trend. The overall trend has been very bullish. Has been very bullish, yes. So we're still looking at buying. But for now, there's a deep pullback that is currently happening. So there's nothing to worry. Nothing to worry. I hope you secured partials here. I always say to okay. So if we can get something like this, I'll call trades for us to continue buying. Is that okay? All right. So that's CAD JPY. Okay. Somebody's saying Euro NZD. Euro NZD.
Can we take a GBP USD now?
I've done that one. No, who is speaking, please? I've done that one. You just joined the call.
Yes. Sorry, sir.
No problem, no problem. We have done it, but if I can, I'll stop by and check it again, just to be the one looking at there. Euro NZD is not. I don't know. I don't know what you're looking at here, but I'm not looking at anything. I said it yesterday that I need a very proper expansion. Now, this 4 hours expansion was supposed to come and do something like this and break here. But you see, the moment price closed with a week like this, we know that it's not going to buy. At least it's not going to buy yet. I think Mr. Femi had a buy from here on the lower time frame. That's good. The system gave him an entry around here. That's nice. Is that okay? But now, what we do here, upon this line here, price was supposed to come and close with a candle here so that we can buy. The moment price closed with a week, you see, these things are like, how do I call it? For people that are not patient enough for their setups to form, they're going to get burnt a lot. As at the time, this week here means that there was a time where this candle was looking like this. It was looking like an expansion at some point. So people have said, okay, let me just replace a buy. But you see, the last minute, the candle came and closed like this with a week. So there was no expansion. So this is what I was waiting for that yesterday. So as it did not come, I was not interested in Euro NZD, and you can see the way the thing crashed down. Is that okay? You can see the way the thing crashed down. So I don't have anything yet. The only thing that is looking good now is that maybe price is sweeping the previous week, low. We are still in this area that I want to buy from. Yes, price is sweeping the previous week low. So maybe today, today can come in and give us a very nice push, break all this structure like this, then we can start looking for buy. But for now, this is very, very premature. I don't have anything on Euro NZD yet, sir. Is that okay? All right. So if you have anything, because I can see something is brewing here actually. I can see daily low is being taken, previous day low is being taken. So that zone is interesting. Let me see H4. Oh, okay. H4 is trying to expand here, but has not expanded yet. So this candle has to close. Has to close above like this. Close, not just show you. It has to close. When this candle closes, then you can expect something to happen. So what will happen is I'll keep an eye on this. I'll keep an eye on this. I'll keep an eye on this. All right. So for now, I'm not having anything until I get a convincing move before I can buy. Okay. So that's that. It's still it's still cooking. It's not ready yet, but wait for it, please. Wait for it so that you can eat very well. Okay. So GBP USD, yes, I said we're looking for a buy from this area.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's just it. Nothing more. We're looking for a buy at these areas. All right. Okay.
Okay.
So I think that's that. There was something. Where's GJ? Ah, it's not here. Where is GJ? GJ is very bullish. The person that talked about GJ, you see, I said it that I'm going to just keep buying GJ. GJ is going to just keep going up. I'm trying to see if there's a zone for a re-entry. Because now, I think we had a trade around here, if I'm not mistaken. But now we have a new expansion here. Let me see. Has today? Oh. There's a problem here. So please wait. Just hold on for GJ buys. Okay, hold on for GJ buys. There is some invalidation there. So hopefully that doesn't have a problem, and then this area is still intact. I like this area to still be intact. Oh, come now. So the end of the day, I like this area to still be intact. Okay, this can be a zone. This can now serve as liquidity. Price can trade inside here and continue buying again. All right. So we are still very bullish on GBP, JPY. All right. So I think that's that for me today. Okay. AUD card is just buying. You know, since we said it's that since we took this low, we say we'll not stop buying until we talk to this guy. Can you see? It's not prophecy, it's the way the market moves. It's just that you need to do it and do it well. Okay, that's why we are doing the boot camps. That will teach you how to do it well, because you can know it, but you don't know how to apply it. All right, so we are teaching you how to apply it. So, AUD card. Let me see. It's still very, very bullish. We are going to buy till this place. Okay, so if you are trying to sell, I don't know what you are looking at. I don't know what your idea is, but you are going to buy till this zone. Okay, so that's that. We're not doing too much. Okay, this is the last one I'm doing today. NZD USD. I've not traded NZD USD in, should I say, months? I don't know why. Let me go from top again. Let me do top analysis for this NZD JPY. Oh, okay. Something nice is brewing here. One. Okay, that's monthly view. Weekly. Okay, weekly is coming from this low here. Okay, that's nice. So what has the weekly done? Weekly has done an expansion here. Okay, that's good. Let me see the daily. Okay, we have expansion one here. There's a new expansion that has happened here. Okay, now let me see the H4. Okay, H4 is cooking a fresh one here. All right, so this is interesting. So what's the daily saying? Okay, so my view for CAD NZD CHF is when we come here, maybe I don't know if it's come today, but it's possibly comes today. But if it comes today or tomorrow, will be better, because we have taken previous day high. I don't want to, subject myself to any form of shaky trades. But if we come tomorrow, this can be a place that we can buy from, and this zone also is still very active. So I don't have a trade for NZD-JPY. I just have directions. This is this one down here is the initial weekly expansion. See, look at the line chart. This is the initial weekly expansion that happened. Okay. So going now, zooming in so I can look for a trade, since I'm not trying to trade from the weekly time frame. I have these areas. So this is the zone. This is the next area of interest for me from NZD USD. So when it comes here or here, we are going to look for alignment on the H1 or M45. H1, M45. If it happens here, take your trade. If it doesn't happen here, and then it comes and happens here, take your trade. Don't be scared of entering positions. Is that okay? Let me check. Get to see. Has it gone back up? Let's go back up. All right. So that's that for currencies. Let's see one or two synthetic indices. One or two of them. That our Flip X1 has gone to. Well, let me start from top, please. You see, 20. I see 20 is still dancing at this zone. 20 is still dancing at this zone, and I told us why it's dancing at this zone yesterday. If you did not, if you were not in the live session yesterday, go on to YouTube, search AGX Tech. Okay, search AGX Tech. You can catch up with our previous analysis. Okay, you can catch up with our previous analysis, and then please, when you go onto the YouTube, you just like, subscribe, and share. Okay, turn on post notifications, like, subscribe, and share AGX Tech. We have our analysis that we have done there, and there's a lot you can learn just from looking at this live analysis. So thank you as you do this. Okay, your likes, your subscriptions, and your share is very, very important to grow the channel. So do well to do that on the pages when you go to watch our videos. Thank you. FX40. Yeah, FX40 has given us that break of structure, that one here. So this is now the zone. This is the most recent one now. So it's possible that it can come here and fall. Okay, so this is where we are going to turn our focus to. All right, we are selling it, we are selling it, we are selling it. Let me check 60. There's nothing I have for 60, please. I'm going to show you something for Flip X1. Flip X1, Flip X1 ran to TP without coming back for our entry area. He ran to TP. See this, you see, the thing is, at this point, then for the amount of weeks, the number of weeks it was consolidating here, you know that when it wants to break out of this place, it's going to be a massive, it's not going to, it's not going to meander anymore. When it breaks out, it's going to be a massive move. So what he just did, after the breakout that happened here, you see, let me go to line chart so that you see, after the breakout that happened at this point, right? Price just did just one retracement to this place, and then that was just what it used to fire up. So we're trying to look for another we're trying to get another entry in these areas or at these areas, you see, but none of them came, like price did not come for any of those areas. Okay, so what's the next line of action now? Let's check the higher time frame. Now this becomes a major high, so the way price closes here is very, very crucial. Now you see, yesterday we closed with a week, so that was a sign for reversal, but today has done what? Today has kicked up again. So let's see how today closes, and of course today's closure will be very, very important to know, and then of course see how the weekly is trying to go. So if we close bullish like this, we can just go to H4. Can go to H4 time frame. You see that here, you see that price is doing a new expansion here. It's small, but it is there. So this is how we close bullish like this. You know that this is just where price may want to come to continue from. Is that okay? So that's how we do it. The way we close at this area now is very, very crucial today to give us our next information. Okay, Flip 2 took Flip 2 is giving me double information, honestly. Number one is that Flip 2 on the weekly took this high to come for this low, right? And then the daily is also showing me that daily took this low, and then yesterday also did previous day low sweep. So I don't like this kind of information. Okay, are you trying to sell? Are you trying to buy? I don't like it. But it has done some very nice expansions, very, very nice expansions. He gave expansion here, went on to give expansion here also. Price is not here yet. Let me see the H1 time frame. Okay, there's even fair value gap there. So this was even a nice place for buying to come in this guy. So it's very possible that we have a buy retracement from this area. See, it's very possible that we have a buy retracement, like it's already kicking up now from this area before any other thing happens. All right. So I wanted to just show us that Flip X1, and then Flip 3 also is looking very good from this guy. All right. So we have a key level here, 1 and a 2. We have an imbalance, so we just want price to come here and continue selling. All right. So be on the watch out for that. Flip 4 is buying heavily. Flip 4 is buying heavily. We should be coming for this high. What's the recent expansion? Oh, the price is already there. This was the most recent expansion. Let me see the H1. Oh, okay. So this is the most recent expansion here. So if you're going to be buying from here, you know that your SL should be from here. Your SL should be below this guy like this. And then of course your TP is a 1 to 1.5. All right. That's just you using the most recent expansion. Okay. There are other expansions here. If you can see, there's this one here. See this high price came and took it here. And this guy now is looking like the inducement set. But the fact that H4 gave a new, expansion to the upside makes this guy our new place to look for a trade. It is if this place fails, for we now turn our focus to this guy. Is that okay? But this guy is still very, very fine. This guy is still very, very fine. But let's see what price does here. So what you can do is, at this zone now, you can go on to the 15 or 30 minutes time frame. Okay. You have this zone, the whole of here to here. So at this zone now, if you get something like this, all right, this is not bad. Okay, that's not bad at all. But then if this one should fail, you know that this is the place that price wants to trade from. Okay, so that's that. It's the same thing I do. It's the same system. Like somebody asked, I think I just saw a text. Somebody asked if the bootcamp is going to know how to trade synthetics from the bootcamp, and the answer is absolutely. Okay, the answer is absolutely. You can trade synthetics, you can trade everything with the system that we are putting together for you on the bootcamp. All right. So these areas too are very interesting for Click 5 continuation. All right. So we are going to be positioned to let me edit this expansion to this guy. Did not touch. Yeah, he did. He did. This is it. This is the expansion. I like that here was supposed to be a buy area before, and then price tried to buy, but it now came back to sell. So this guy now is a flip area, and it's very, very key. This zone is very, very key for continuation. So let me see the H4 at this point. Okay, H4 is trying to cook something there. H4 is trying to cook something there. So you also see this H4. Okay, price is not there yet, but this area is enough. So what H4 does there is going to be very, very important to give us our next direction. So there's no expansion yet. There's no expansion. They want an expansion to the downside before we keep selling. Because for now, see what we are doing here. So for now, the buyers are still in control at this point. We need the sellers to disregard the buyers. Then we can now continue selling. All right. Okay. So that's that from me today. So thank you very much, everyone. And for the people that are joining us for the first time, it's good to have you here. What you just have to do is follow up, keep joining the sessions. And then in no time, you're going to get more acquainted with the way we approach the market. It's a very solid approach or system that we use to teach. And then the bootcamp is ongoing. I think we're going to have a session. We're going to have a session today. I'm not thinking. We're going to have a session today. And in just 2 classes that we have had, I've had some very nice feedback from the people that are there. And it would be very good for you to join that bootcamp, because 2026 is going to be crazy. I'm going to be analyzing and making money all through 2026. So we want you to know how to do it on your own. That's what we are committed to doing here at AGX Tech. We want traders to be able to, trade on their own, equip themselves with the knowledge required so that they can trade. Okay. So if you're not there, it's still young, you can join. And then we're going to be running it all through. And then, of course, even till January, we're still going to be ensuring that the people there are doing very well for themselves. So if you need the details, reach out to me on the WhatsApp platform, and I'm going to put you through. It's at a very discounted rate of 50,000 naira. So when we cross over to next year, the price is going to go back to 200,000. So I think this is a very massive Christmas discount for our community, and I think everybody here should take charge, should take advantage of it before it's no more. So at this point, I'm going to say thank you to everybody that has stopped by, for today's live session. See you tomorrow. Have a lovely day, and have a blessed rest of week.